Did you know many of the branded bottled water contain plastic particles in them? What about the Great Pacific Garbage Patch that is floating in the ocean? Good evening. My name is Krish Dulal. Today I'm going to talk you about microplastic particles. Many people drink bottled water because they believe it to be higher quality, cleaner and better tasting. But that is not necessarily true. Dr. Gina Solomon, a senior scientist at the Natural Resources Defense Council, told the New York Times, there is no reason to believe that bottled water is safer than tap water. Did you ever know that? The water that we think is safer to drink and cleaner has plastic threads that we cannot see without treatment. We are ingesting microplastic not only from beverages but also food items, and it can be reduced largely by ending use of plastic bottled beverages. Today I would like to talk about first, problems created by the abundance of microplastic. Second, how to reduce consumption of microplastic. And finally, how all the living organisms around the world can be benefited from your decision to stop using plastic bottled beverages. Let me begin by telling you about microplastic hazards. People around the world think that bottled water is safe to drink and have no harmful effects to our health. There is lack of knowledge about microplastic present in plastic bottled water and food contamination caused by plastic particles. Microplastics are less than 5 millimeter small particles of plastics. They are entering to our body with food and drinks. The study has revealed that bottled beverages are one of the main sources of plastic particles in our body. Research led by journalism organization or media discovered that top-rated brands of plastic bottled water contain large number of plastic particles in them. Researchers have discovered an average of 10 particles larger than our hair and 314 particles in 1 liter of bottled water. According to a report published by Columbia Broadcasting System's CBS News in 2018, among the major national brands across the world, 93% of bottles contained some sort of microplastics. You can reduce ingestion of microplastic just by avoiding use of plastic bottle beverages from today. It is very important to know about the plastic particle because it has many adverse effects on our health and the environment. Use of plastic bottle is not only creating problem to our body, it is also degrading the environment. Study shows that plastic particles can cause lung and gut injury, and especially fine particles can cross the cell membrane and blood-brain barrier and even human placenta. According to an article published in journal called Science of the Total Environment, dated 2018, a monomer used to produce plastic can cause cancer. In addition to that, plastic particles can make us infertile and also cause birth defects in male infants. We are ingesting plastic particles with the water that's supposed to wash our body waste. In addition to that, over 800 species are known to be affected by marine litter. A significant amount of microplastic is also found in seafood. A report published by CNN News in 2018 states that Great Pacific Garbage Patch is almost about 3 times size of the France. I'm sure that you have seen the need for people like you to contribute to decrease the potential health risks of plastic particles. I have some proven solution to it. That's very simple and easy. We have to stop using plastic bottle beverages. That will decrease nearly half of the plastic consumption in our daily life. According to a report published on online version of Forbes magazine in 2017, globally, humans buy 1 million plastic bottles in 1 minute. The American used 50 billion plastic water bottles last year. Among them, only 23% were recycled, which means if we stop using them, that will save nearly 3.9 million bottles to be wasted in 1 year. It is your sole decision. If you stop using them from today, you will inspire others. We can use metal bottles instead of the plastic bottles, which are safer and cheaper and also easily recyclable. If you really do not trust the tap water, you can boil it before you use it or use a water filter. Let's make our friends and family members aware of the consequences laid by the use of so-called safe drinking water. You can see that it's not difficult to reduce plastic waste. Now let's look at what may happen if you stop using plastic bottles or if you choose not to. Avoiding plastic is not only beneficial to our health, it will clean up the environment. It can save ourselves from many diseases such as cancer and infertility by avoiding use of plastic. On the other hand, decreased amount of plastic waste will force the recycling company to use more effort to collect the pre-existing plastic waste from our environment. This means we will have double benefit towards the environmental restoration. If you choose not to avoid plastic bottle beverages, it can cost you life or your infertility. If the same use of plastic continues by 2050, the ocean will contain more plastic by weight than fish. As you can easily see, we can decrease nearly 900,000 plastic bottles used globally in 1 minute just by discontinuing to use the plastic bottles. I told you about the need for avoiding plastic bottle water in our daily life. What can be done to reduce plastic waste and possible consequences of continuation or interruption. They say it is cheaper to use bottled water, but I believe it is not true. According to Ban the Bottle, an organization working to reduce the use of plastic bottle, using water filter may cost just 19 cents to us. On the other hand, bottled water may cost up to $5 a day. Don't wait till plastic particles make you sick. Otherwise, it will be too late to realize the fact that you have no cure for your illness. I'm going to leave you with a quote of French poet Anthony de Saint. The time for action is now. It's never too late to do something. Please make the decision to stop using plastic bottle beverages and make your friends and family aware of microplastic. Together, we can change the world. Thank you for listening. My name is Krish Dulal.